Usually after the World Juniors, we see a lot of movement of players around the league, rather it be around Europe, around North America. It usually tends to happen right after the World Juniors, a lot of trade deadlines and all that too. And a lot of these guys that tend to be moved around a lot are usually guys who end up doing pretty good at the tournament, and I have an endless list of players who did pretty well at this tournament, believe me so. But one of them was Jan Myšák, 17 years old, Czech Republic. This was a guy that a lot of people, I see them in the top 10 for some people's rankings, but for me like myself, I know nothing about Myšák. I knew he has the potential to be a first rounder. I've had people have him slip into the second, but from what it sounds like from him, there's a lot of stuff that you can't really give up in this player. And he demonstrated a lot of that in the World Juniors. He had that sick goal against Russia coming down the wing. He really was one of the Czechs' top forwards despite all the injuries they had to deal with and all the adversity. He always kind of stuck out to me. You know, he stuck out in a way too where now it's actually confirmed. He's coming over to North America to play with the Hamilton Bulldogs in the OHL. What he's leaving behind over in the Czech Republic with H.G. Litvinov is not too much, honestly. He has 9 points in 26 games over there, but he plays in a real depth role. He's not getting as much ice time as you would imagine he would be if he were playing for a junior team, and it makes sense. It is a professional hockey league. There are guys they have to prioritize over him. Anyways, this is a really bold decision for Mysek. I think it's the right decision to come over to North America and play with players more so in your age group, and more so players that are also trying to make an impact to get drafted into the NHL. A lot of those guys in the Czech Republic, their careers are set. A lot of them aren't, set on getting any better than where they are right now. Rather than in the OHL and then any junior hockey, they're trying to get better. They want to make that next step and get into the NHL. Anyways, if we're trying to get into more stuff here with the Hamilton Bulldogs, they already held Mysak's CHL rights. They selected him 20th overall in that import draft in 2019. And this is just one of my things. I think this may be his biggest influence to coming over. I think playing in the World Juniors with Jan Myšák, who already plays for Hamilton, that may have been a big factor. I can see those guys talking about it, Jan Myšák telling him, he's probably got a couple of his agents with him too, a couple people from Hamilton, giving him some benefits to come over there, telling him what you can see if you come and play for us with Hamilton. I bet you he was really enticed to come over after that. First off, I also just want to say this decision by Mysek will probably help him really increase his overall draft stock. There's going to be so many more people with eyes on you in the OHL rather than when you're playing in the Czech Republic. So many people are now going to be interested to see what you have to bring over to North America at 17 years old. He'll see a lot of ice time with the Bulldogs. I can see him fitting on a second line, a first line, and he'll really be able to showcase that offensively talented winger that he is. And this is just something he could be playing alongside someone like Arthur Kaliyev, who in my opinion is the league's best shooter, perhaps the CHL's best shooter. This should do wonders for Mysek playing along someone like that. And also Kaliyev has kind of been in this position before. Mysek's that guy, he could really completely surprise everyone and go something like top 10, top 15. Or he could really fall back and even to something like the second round. Kind of sounds familiar to what Arthur Kaliyev was going through last year with Hamilton. Some people were saying you can't let this guy drop past 10, he's too good of an offensive talent, to some people saying he shouldn't even get drafted in the first round, which is what inevitably happened. I think, what did he go 34th or 5th to the Kings, I think it was? Let me just quickly check. I correct myself, 33rd overall. And as of now, Kaliyev is also coming off a pretty good World Juniors. He just had 4 goals in 5 games and another 6 points. That's exactly what I kind of expected from Kaliyev. Just, nothing too absolutely dominant. I didn't think he'd go out there and get 10 goals, but he obviously made his point proven, playing as an extra forward on that USA team as well. And with Hamilton this year, 31 goals, 33 games, 62 points. He's on a tear. This is what he was doing last year. He actually finished last year with 51 goals and 51 assists. He's got 31 goals and 31 assists this year. It's that 50-50 share between either passing or shooting, and it's working out well for him. If we're heading back to Mysek here, though, he delivers a lot more to the table, though. He's a real solid player. He has a decent two-way game as well, and the Bulldogs are notorious for their scoring, but they're also notorious for being scored against. It would be neat to see if he can bring some defensive support to the team as well. He's a pretty hard forward-checking winger. He's really good at getting on the puck, and I would not be surprised if he becomes one of Hamilton's top players in the next couple of weeks here in the next month. thought I'd give you guys an update just because Jan Myšák is someone I've been told about quite a bit here. I know I got a lot of fans of Mysek in my comments telling me so much about him and all of that, and that he's so good, and I just don't get to see any of it because I'm over here in North America. But now I'm finally going to be able to see some more footage of him. I'll definitely be looking at some of Hamilton Bulldogs highlight packages in the next couple of weeks here just to see what Myšák is up to. Because this guy, honestly, after the World Juniors, I see why people have him so highly touted. He has some great skill, and I can definitely see it translate to the NHL if he buffs out a bit more of his assets. Anyways, hope you guys keep an eye on him too, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.